We have a lot to go over in today's video, including Borderlands 3 is looking to be an absolutely massive game. Even if you don't decide to do any of the side content in the game, it's gonna last quite a while, and I want to take a look at exactly what the creative director said about the game. Also, speaking of games that are gonna take you a long time to beat, Persona 5 Royal is absolutely a game like that, and we've got some more information on that. Sonic is an IP that is very hit or miss. We did see Sonic Team Racing recently, and that was pretty good, but the Sonic team is now saying that 2021 is going to be the next big year for Sonic, so that means we're probably not going to see a mainline Sonic game in quite a while, but 2021 should bring a brand new game, and you would have to think that that would be a title on the PlayStation 5. We'll talk a little bit about that, and Wolfenstein Youngblood is also looking to be a rather lengthy game, even though it's going to be a $30 budget title. But based on what was said in an interview, it looks like that's going to have a sizable amount of content as well. So I'll give you guys the rundown on that at the end of this video. First up, Borderlands 3 is one of the hotly anticipated games for this fall. It is coming September 13th, which is technically still in the summer period, but you guys get the idea. I would very much classify this game being one of those in the fall season, and it's highly anticipated. And in an interview with GamesBeat at E3 2019, creative director Paul Sage revealed that the game's length to be about 35 hours, and that's without counting a lot of the side missions available to the players. Now, if you played Borderlands, you know that side content makes up a sizable chunk of Borderlands. It's not like playing through the main story has always been this rather lengthy experience. I mean, if you play Borderlands 1 and 2, those games, just to rush through the single player, you can beat them rather quickly. I wouldn't say they're 35 hours, so 35 hours is a significant jump up. Here's exactly what was said. Quote, "I'd still say we were very ambitious. My tech team would say we were really ambitious sometimes. There's so much to the game. We go to these different worlds, the length of the game being 35 hours if you just go through the main story. That's not including doing too many side missions. I think there was a lot of ambition right at the beginning." Now, he specifically noted not doing too many side missions, so obviously you would think that you would diverge from the main path a little bit, but if you want to do all of the content, it would take substantially more than 35 hours, and then you throw in whatever updates that they're gonna release, DLC, whatever the case may be, that length can really be extended. And Borderlands is traditionally a series with a lot of replayability given all of the different characters and whatnot, so 35 hours is really on the conservative side. He also added, getting the multiplayer systems in, if you went through the boot, you saw us talk about some things that we were gonna have the guns populated from vending machines. They're just small things to a player, but again, they're introducing and reinforcing bigger things. All of these things that feel small take a lot of time and a lot of energy to get done and get done well. I think you cut it off when you say, okay, we have to ship, we know we have to ship, probably somewhere about a year before. I hate to set a timetable, but it's like that. We have what we need in the game, now let's finish making it. So Borderlands 3 is going to be a rather content-filled experience. I think all of us were expecting that going into the release, and as more information is revealed, I don't think anything that is being said is a complete mind-blowing fact about the game, given that it's been, what, 7 years since the release of Borderlands 2? You know that Borderlands 3 is gonna make a sizable jump, and from a content standpoint, it looks like they are absolutely doing that. So do expect it to be a rather plentiful game from that aspect. Okay, moving on from that, another game that's gonna be content plentiful is Persona 5 Royal, and Mega Drive Mini info is coming on June 25th. Sega announced that this month's Sega Nama stream with Toshihiro Nagoshi will include new information for Persona 5 Royal and the Mega Drive Mini. This month's Sega Nama stream will be held on June 25th at 21 JST. The stream's YouTube page has opened. The Periscope link for the stream will be published on Sega's Japanese Twitter account shortly before it starts. So on top of Mega Drive Mini, we are going to be getting more Persona 5 Royal information. What exactly that's going to be hasn't been exactly detailed, but we're already getting trinkets of information here and there, given that the game is going to be released on October 31st in Japan. The release isn't all too far off, and it will be coming in 2020 in the West. The Mega Drive Mini, on the other hand, is going to be launching worldwide on September 19th if you want that. I don't think that's going to be something all of our viewers are going to be all over, but I wanted to note that as well. Persona 5 Royal is going to be an incredible project. I don't even need to really sell you on this if you've already played Persona 5, which if you haven't, the base game is down to $14 on the PlayStation Store right now. However, given that Royal is coming out, you might be better off just waiting for Royal, although if you do play the base game, that is going to allow you to get some in-game items in Royal. I don't know how much of a selling factor that is, but if you're eager to play Persona 5, $14 for it is a great buy, and Royal is probably going to be priced at $50 or $60, so you have to take into account that as well. But I know the majority of our viewers are incredibly excited for the game, so just know more information about it will be dropping June 25th, and I'll keep you guys updated with everything we hear about that. Alright, also more Persona 5 Royal information. The new battle BGM Takeover sung by Lin will play when Joker takes the enemy by surprise, and now you can listen to the song over on the Japanese Persona 5 Twitter page. I'll leave a link to it in the description box below. It's just another music track that plays whenever Joker surprise attacks an enemy. It sounds pretty catchy. It's Persona music. They made Persona dancing games revolving entirely around the music. If you're unfamiliar with Persona music, just know that it's incredibly catching, incredibly engaging, and really adds to the overall presentation of the game. And with Royal, some new music is going to be added, so that's another incentive on waiting for Persona 5 Royal versus getting the base game. Outside of all of the additional content in terms of gameplay extenders, you also get new presentation elements like new music, so that's pretty cool. Alright, moving on from that, unfortunately, we're not going to be hearing about the Blue Hedgehog in terms of a new game release for quite a while. The Sonic team has said 2021 will be the next big year for the Blue Blur. Speaking to Game Informer recently, Sonic team's head Takashi Iizuka seemed to tease when we might see another major entry or two in the Sonic franchise. He noted 2017 was a big year for Sonic. The next big year for Sonic is 2021. That's the 30-year anniversary for Sonic we are now preparing. And when asked if the 30th anniversary of the character will bring with it another major milestone game much like 2011 Sonic Generation, he just responded saying maybe. Okay, if you're saying maybe, I think that definitely means a yes. I mean, if a year like 2021 is going to be a big year for Sonic, I would imagine that a new major game would round things out nicely. 2011 Sonic Generations was a tremendous game. I don't know why we haven't seen a remaster or a port of that game on the PlayStation 4. I think that would do incredibly well. Maybe bundle it with another game or two in the existing Sonic lineup. I really don't know why Sega hasn't gone down that path, because I think that would do really well from a commercial standpoint. But nonetheless, what do I know? Just know that we're probably not going to be hearing anything new Sonic related for quite a while. At the very least, you can look forward to the Sonic movie, and you can look forward to the fact that 2021 will be the next big year for the game. Alright, and lastly, I do want to talk a little bit about Wolfenstein Youngblood, because heading into July, this might be the biggest game release of July. I know that's not saying a lot considering we don't have a lot of major releases next month. We've got FF14 Shadowbringers, we've got a couple of other interesting projects. But Wolfenstein Youngblood is definitely a standout. However, it is to be believed that this is a budget title. It's $30, and that means it probably won't have as much content. However, in an interview with GamesBeat, Wolfenstein executive producer Jurk Gustafsson gave players an idea of how big the upcoming game is, and it might be a little bit bigger than you think given that it is coming at a $30 budget price point. He said, quote, "I think we're looking at least 25 to 30 hours if you play through everything." Now that's doing every little bit of content. However, it's not like Wolfenstein is this grandiose open world experience with all of this side content and whatever the case may be. No, it's more of a linear focused first person shooter, in this case a cooperative first person shooter, and for it to span 25 to 30 hours, yeah, that's a sizable amount of content, because if you look back to Wolfenstein The New Order or The New Colossus, 25 to 30 hours is a grandiose overstatement for those games. Those games can be completed rather quickly. Now, whenever these developers and publishers know that their game has 25 to 30 hours of content, I always take that with a grain of salt, because seemingly for me, even if I don't rush through the game and I do dabble in a lot of the side content, I can complete these games a lot quicker than these developers are touting it for. But let's even say it's a 15 to 20 hour game, that's still a sizable Wolfenstein game, and that would be a very lengthy game given the fact that this is a $30 release. So that is pretty incredible. I think a lot of people are going into Wolfenstein Youngblood just looking at it as more of a smaller experience, and yes, it is more of an extension to the Wolfenstein games we've already seen. However, do go into it noting the fact that it will have a sizable amount of content. There is going to be a lot to get invested into, and best of all, it is going to be a cooperative game where you can play with a buddy, and it gets even better. While it is $30 for the base game, if you buy the deluxe edition, it's $40, and you can invite a friend to play with you for free. They don't even have to own a copy of the game, so if you do split the cost of the game with a friend and get the deluxe edition, essentially you're paying $20 each. Now, it should be noted the person that gets invited won't get trophies or achievements. If you guys still care about that in 2019, I guess that's a thing. However, just excited to see you that Wolfenstein Youngblood is going to be a sizable Wolfenstein experience, looking to have at least 25 to 30 hours of content. Again, that's coming from executive producer Jurk Gustafsson, and that's if you play through everything. You know, if you rush through the game and we get a solid 10 to 15 hour experience given the budget price point, I would be all over that, so excited to hear that bit of news. And that's going to conclude this video. Again, Borderlands 3 is looking to be a huge game lasting 35 hours without even getting into a lot of the side missions. Persona 5 Royal information is coming in, and you can listen to one of the brand new songs. Sonic's next major year is going to be 2021, and Wolfenstein Youngblood is going to have around 30 hours of content. That's going to conclude this video. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.